Hey everyone, happy Friday. Good to see you. I have to apologize to you because I am running late. I've got to travel this weekend. In fact, I've got a flight tonight. So my schedule is a little tight today. And in preparation for that, I was running a little bit late this morning. So I am here, and let that be an example to you that even though you've got some curveballs and things don't go as planned, you can still show up to the things that you make commitments to and promises to. And the number one thing you want to show up to in your life is you. Like, keep showing up for you. I really love these Friday live sessions. It's a promise that I made to not only the people who subscribe to my newsletter, who follow me, to the people who entrust their care to me, but this is just an opportunity for me to just talk about some of the things that I really enjoy. So this Friday live, I am sharing with you something that I really enjoy because a question came in. Yay to the person who sent in the question about heart math and how heart math differs from just basic meditation. So thank you to the person who sent that question in. I am glad to answer that. I'm not going to go too in depth with the science about heart rate variability, but I will say to you that I will be teaching this in October. So go to my website, sivahealthgroup.com, click on events, and you will get the registration information for heart math that I am teaching in October when I get back from my Design the Life You Deserve retreat. So that being said, I wanted to show you something about heart math and how this might differ from basic meditation, and explain to you why I started leaning into heart math in my clinical and coaching practice. First of all, there are lots of different types of meditation, lots of different types, and there's lots of different overlap in conversation between mindfulness and meditation. They're very different things. Meditation is meditation. You can be mindful during meditation practice, but meditation is its own thing. Meditation is thousands upon thousands of years old, comes from many different spiritual principles. There are lots of different cultures where meditation is part of their spiritual practice, and there are lots of different meditation styles of meditation. Okay, so vipassana, there's breath meditation, there's lots of different styles of meditation, and sometimes they are linked to different spiritual traditions and spiritual practices. So you really have to be aware of that first. So I wouldn't recommend anyone just run out and sign up for any old meditation class that comes up. You really do want to investigate what the principles are. Maybe there are spiritual principles, maybe it aligns with a particular religion or a spiritual path, maybe there are different practices that are woven into the meditation practice and the spiritual practice. So you want to be mindful of that. The cultural competency is something that I just believe in so much. So there are lots of different styles of meditation, types of meditation, and transcendental is another type of meditation. You want to be careful about that because meditation can bring up a lot of different things. It can bring up memory, it can bring up traumas, it can bring up lots of different energies in the body. And while I have been a long time meditator, I've been meditating the majority of my adult life, I do ask people, before you just jump into it or take a course, like, do your homework to understand the different types of meditation that there are. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, as I said, meditation practice can bring up a lot of energy and history and things like this. So what I would always advise is to work with a teacher. Work with someone who understands meditation, can teach you, correct body alignment, can teach you how to create your space for meditation, whether you want to do sitting meditation or walking meditation, moving meditation. All these things are things that you will learn with a teacher. I've always had, especially in the beginning, I had a teacher, and I was in a setting where people meditated together. So we generally had a Dharma talk first, and then we would go into meditation, group meditation together, and then after the meditation we would talk about what would come up or what experience we had during the meditation practice. Now, this was a long time ago when I first started meditating, when I moved here to Maryland, but since then I've not been in that group setting. I've felt pretty comfortable doing my meditation practice by myself, but I still do. I am a martial arts student, so I still am part of a community where Qigong and meditation is taught, and so we talk a lot about meditation practice and the principles of meditation practice in the martial arts school where I study. But heart math is something a little bit different, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to show you some of the technology that I use in my clinical practice and that you too can use at home. But heart math really is about developing heart coherence. It's about having inner balance. It is for emotional regulation. It's also used for helping to calm down and work with those energy depleting thoughts that impact our health and well-being. That's like the easiest way that I can explain it. Heart math is a program that allows you to physically see the benefit of breath work practices, okay, and how that helps your body maintain heart coherence, lowering your stress. Well, I'm not to say lowering your stress, but managing stressful emotions, okay. That's really important. That's one of the biggest things about heart math that I say is a differentiator between just basic meditation practice and heart math itself. So if you're not familiar with heart math, like I said, I'm going to be going in depth in this in a teaching in October. So just go to my website, sivahealthgroup.com, and click on events, and you'll see the link to register for the introductory Happier and Healthier with Heart Math training that I'm doing. But one of the reasons why I incorporated heart math into my clinical practice and into my coaching work is because people talk a lot about energy depletion, right? Just being depleted, being burnt out, being like having no energy, having no bandwidth. That's a word that I often use. I have no bandwidth left. And I started to think about how can I help people generate more energy, like feel better, get better sleep, feel more rested, feel more clarity, feel more productive in their lives. How can I do that? And I would talk about meditation all the time, but a lot of my patients would say, like I said in the beginning, where do I learn meditation? What kind of meditation should I practice? Where should I go? Heart math takes all of that discussion away from off of the table and really brings you back to just the basic practice of breath work. And the reason I love heart math is because it's so easy to do. It's a portable practice. Wherever you go, there you are. So your breath is always there with you. It makes sense without all of the, the spiritual parts and components to meditation that may make someone apprehensive to practicing meditation, if that makes sense. So heart math is for anyone. It's for everyone. It's for kids. It's for parents. It's for women. It's for men. It's for older people. It's for younger people. Anyone can study or practice heart math from wherever they are. You don't need any special technology. Sent a request to be in your live video. Oh, hey there, Linda. How are you? I'm not sure how to get you in my live video. But if you're here and watching, thank you for watching. I'll have to learn how to be in the live video. I don't know how to do that. But thank you so much for being here. So, so heart math is something that anyone can do from anywhere, no special equipment, although there is special equipment that can be used for this, okay? So this is what the equipment looks like, okay? And why I use this equipment is because it connects to an app. There's an app on your phone that you will use this Bluetooth sensor to connect to, okay? You attach this to your earlobe. I'm going to go ahead and take my earring off just to show you how simple this is. You attach this to your earlobe. It picks up heartbeat, or pulse basically, and this clips right here to your little blouse or shirt or whatever. And then when you turn this on, I'm not going to turn it on because it's going to knock out my Bluetooth and you'll lose me. But when you turn this on, it connects to your Bluetooth, okay? And when you open the app, you start these breathing practices. These are guided breathing practices. Very, very, very simple to do. And what HeartMath picks up is your heart and breath rhythm, okay? So it shows you your heart rate variability. Now, like I said, I'm going to be teaching all of this in October, so you can join me then if you want to learn, get the deets on it and do some practice with it and get your own equipment, because as a certified practitioner, I am able to have this equipment in my practice and with my coaching clients, and then offer some discounts for those who would like to learn HeartMath with me. So anyhow, it's going to pick up that heart rate and breath rhythm so that you begin to see your own heart rate variability. It is absolutely fascinating. So when I'm doing my HeartMath practice and those who I work with, as I said, you just use this very simple clip here, clips right onto the blouse or shirt right here. You press that little button, it connects to your app, and you start your breath work practice, okay? What is the data that you get? You get your heart rate variability, okay? You get to see how often you are actually in heart coherence mode and how often you are not, okay? Because what happens is you start, as you're sitting there breathing and as you're sitting there doing your HeartMath, you're gonna start having those thoughts about the boss who made you angry, the kids who didn't clean up. You have those energy depleting thoughts, right? And as you see your own heart rate variability changing, as you see your your breath pattern changing, as you seeing your heart coherence numbers get smaller and smaller, you get that little signal to remind you to lengthen the breath. It reminds you to get back into present, state of mind, right? So not to go off into your thoughts and what have you. There's lots of little data points that come up when you are in your after your HeartMath session, and little triggers that during the session that will remind you to get back into heart coherence. Now, you'll say to me, well, what are the different breathwork practices? There are a lot of different breathwork practices, and you will learn that in HeartMath. But if you want to know anything about heart rate variability, you can Google and you can see that low heart rate variability scores are directly tied to many critical health states of concern, like cognition problems, cognitive problems, like dementia, like difficulty focusing, like heart disease, like increased inflammation in the body. The science of heart rate variability is absolutely fascinating, and low heart rate variability scores have been found in those who tend to lean more to intense depressive states, intense anxiety states. So as I started digging into this more and more for myself and my own, first of all, for the clinical practice to be able to offer this tool to my patients and my coaching clients, but then started using it for myself, it is a game changer. It is a game changer, okay? I bought this piece of equipment. This is my own, but I have some more equipment here in the office, and I started doing this at night because I wanted to test for myself. Like, I want to see, am I really going to get a good night's rest? First of all, HeartMath has been around for a long time. There's the HeartMath Institute if you want to check out their clinical studies. When I tell you how much better I rested after doing HeartMath consistently every night, I mean, take the shower, do my facial regimen, do my little self-massage and all, and then hook up my HeartMath and do a HeartMath session before going to bed, let me tell you, sleeping so well, and more importantly, waking up every morning feeling rested. This is what HeartMath will help you achieve in your life. That feeling of being rested. When you feel better, you do better. And this is why I started weaving more of this into my coaching work, because, anyone can tell you, eat paleo, exercise every day, do these leg lifts, all this stuff. You're not going to do that if you're not feeling better. When you feel better, you do better. And I know this for a fact. No one who's not sleeping well at night is going to wake up and go exercise. No one, okay? No one who's not rested is going to get, meal prep and do all the things with the diet. It just doesn't work that way. So we've got to take it a step back and figure out, why are people not motivated to do the things they need to do with their health? And sometimes it's just because they just don't feel like it. They just don't feel well. They're not energized. They're not rested. All of that kind of stuff, right? So that's why I started leaning into this for myself. I only preach what I actually practice. You never have to worry about practicing what you preach if you only preach what you actually practice. And for me, I am my test tube. I am my test patient. I will never tell you to do something or suggest you do something or even recommend you do something if I have not tried it myself. And not just one time, not just 2 times. It has to be woven into my lifestyle and for me to do it. So this is my own piece of equipment. As I said, started noticing better ability to focus, better ability, better feeling rested better in the morning, sleeping better at night. I am a woman over 50. I've had hot flashes. I know what hot flashes feel like. It feels like someone has literally turned the thermostat up to 100,000 degrees. And it is very disruptive to your sleep. I know what that feels like. I have experienced it over and over again. Let me tell you that heart math helped me to get that under control. Regulated breathing, okay? Turn that thermostat down. I actually do heart math throughout the day. So I have a little timer on my Fitbit watch. It goes off. It reminds me of what I need to do. And heart math is one of those things. So I stop in the middle of the day to do heart math. I do heart math before difficult meetings, okay? I'm a person that I have to get centered. I never want to say something out of my mouth that I wish I hadn't said and wish I could pull back. Heart math helps you with depleting emotions. Energy depleting emotions helps you get centered. So I do a quick 5-minute heart coherence session before every patient appointment, which I have one in a couple of minutes. I do heart math sessions before every meeting so that I can get centered, get my emotional regulation in place, okay, get that sympathetic nervous system calmed down and get that parasympathetic nervous system dialed up. I do heart math even if I know I'm meeting with family. If I know I'm going to be talking to family who I know I'm going to have some, interesting conversations with, I will do a heart math session. So, as I said, I'm going to be teaching this whole science of heart rate variability, happier and healthier with heart math. I would love for you ladies who are of a certain age to get registered for this teaching in October. It is going to be virtual. I'm going to be doing these teachings in my office now. So if you're here in Maryland, in the Baltimore area, and you want to come to the classroom, which is right here, we expanded back in February. I now have a bigger office that I'm so happy about. We have a teaching classroom. So we do creative workshops there. We do vision board workshops. We do journal workshops. We do all the kinds of things that fall under lifestyle medicine. We'll have live teachings on heart math so that you can come into the office and work with me, especially if you're having difficulty, which you shouldn't have because it's really simple to use. If you're having difficulty with heart math or you just want to learn it in person and you're just tired of the virtual stuff, we'll be having those classes in October when I get back from the retreat. So just get on the website, sivahealthgroup.com, click on events, get registered for the October one. The calendar is continuously getting updated, so you'll know what's coming up live in the office, and then you'll also know what's coming up, what the virtual offerings are as well. So, but you ladies of a certain age, you know who you are, because I'm one of them, and we follow each other, right? Because of that, and because of lots of good things. But I would love to see you get registered because this is a game changer. This is a game changer for you, and I say that with absolute confidence. If you want to get the technology, if you go to the HeartMath website, heartmath.com or heartmath.org or HeartMath Institute, if you go there and you see that technology and you say, you know what, Angel, I'm sold, I want this, reach out to me, because I can help you save some dollars, some money, put some of those coins back in your pocket, and I will help you get that equipment. And I'd love the opportunity to help you not only get it, but use it to your advantage, understand what the data points are and all of that kind of thing, and really give you some really good information on heart rate variability that I know will be helpful for you and your healthcare practitioner, whether you see a doctor, nurse practitioner, whomever. Take this data back to them. You know, guys, if you're on blood pressure medications, if you're on antidepressants, anxiolytics, any medication, you know, I ride hard for medication. A little bit of chemical goes a long way. I believe in that. But I do believe that there is a safe space between medication and non-medication. I do believe that sometimes, you know, doing some of these lifestyle things can help you wean off of those medications. I do it all the time, so I know it's possible. It can give you a complementary approach to your medication management. So in my practice, a lot of my patients, if they have medications, they're usually on the lowest dose of things because they're doing all of this other stuff. And then once they get over the hump, we're able to do GDR, or gradual dose reduction, for their medications. And that covers things like blood pressure, antidepressants, anxiolytics, all that kind of stuff. I am not anti-medication, but I am also not for medication only as an approach to health and well-being, okay? And I stand by that. That's the hill I'm going to die on. So anyhow, HeartMath is really good stuff. Get registered for it. If you want to get this in the mail, like I got mine and really love it, it sits on my desk every single day. I'm gonna order another one, because I'm always taking it home back and forth from the office. So I'm actually just gonna order another one and have one at home. And I bring it with me when I travel. That's another thing. If you're a person who, you know, gets your sleep disrupted and your melatonin and circadian rhythms are all out of whack when you travel, and then you can't sleep when you get over to Europe or whatever, HeartMath, I'm telling you, number one thing. People ask me, like, should I take melatonin? Don't get me started on that. That's another story. HeartMath, okay? Yeah, so that's what I got to offer you for today. So I got to run. I've got patients coming in. Busy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. I will make sure that it gets preserved by putting it into the feed in just a little bit. Linda said, I'm not trying to get on live. I was prompted to click on, I just want to listen. Okay, good, Linda. Thank you, because I thought there was something that I needed to learn. So thank you for sharing. Thank you, Aaliyah, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I love these sessions. Join me every Friday, 8:30-ish, Friday live. If you have a question, ask me. Ask me almost anything. I won't throw you out there. I won't use your name. I'll just put your question out there, because guess what? You're not the only person on the planet with that question. There are a lot of people who have the same questions. So there's no silly question. There's no dumb question. None of that stuff. Send it in. I'd love to feature it on a Friday live. Okay? Be well. Be good to yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to be amazing. Check out the website, sivahealthgroup.com. Click on events. Register for that live teaching on HeartMath. And if you want to know about the retreat, that's on that events list too. So you don't even have to go far. I was going to tell you, go to my angelvshannon.com website, but that's on there too. There's still time to register. 2 spaces left if you want to be on that retreat in September. Have a wonderful weekend. Take good care. Be well. Be good to yourself. Bye-bye.